Welcome to CBT News with Shyann Malone.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CBT News. I'm Shyann Malone. Thanks so much for joining us. And now you can find CBT News in over 70 million broadcasting households on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Android, and iOS devices. And now here's today's top stories.
Car makers and tech companies are preparing to reveal new auto innovations for the annual 2024 CES trade show, currently underway in Las Vegas. Mobile technology will be featured heavily during this year's convention. Hyundai plans to showcase its first, quote, software-defined vehicle, or SDV, a model capable of connecting to the internet and updating features wirelessly. Other companies are looking to unveil futuristic concept cars, such as flying taxi brand Supernal, who will reveal a life-size replica of its first airborne model, scheduled to launch in 2028. In more tech news, higher-ups at Tesla and SpaceX have grown worried over CEO Elon Musk's alleged drug use, according to a new report from the Wall Street Journal. Citing instances of senior executives expressing concern or leaving their positions over the issue, the journal claimed Musk had used a plethora of drugs, including cocaine, LSD, ketamine, and ecstasy. Firing back at the Wall Street Journal and social media platform X, Musk retorted that several years of drug tests mandated by NASA had found, quote, not even trace quantities, end quote, of any illicit substances. In 2018, Musk smoked marijuana with podcaster Joe Rogan on camera, leading to NASA to launch a massive probe into drug use at SpaceX. The entrepreneur has also publicly revealed his psychiatrist prescribes him ketamine for depression. General Motors robotaxi subsidiary Cruise has offered a $75,000 settlement to California safety regulators to resolve an investigation stemming from an October 2023 collision. Following the incident, state officials accused the self-driving car brand of omitting key details in its report filed with the California Public Utilities Commission, and later ordered Cruise to appear in court in February. Hoping to settle this case outside of court, the robotaxi company has requested that its hearing be deferred and also promised to improve its accident reporting process. Electric vehicle charging remains the most budget-friendly fueling option to consumers, even after gas prices plummeted throughout 2023. According to environmental media platform Yale Climate Connections, the cost of charging an EV ranges from $1 to $2 per e-gallon, the charging equivalent to 1 gallon of petrol. The average cost of an e-gallon across the US is $1.41, less than half the price of gasoline, which currently costs around $3.09 on average across the nation. Coming up next is Sean Gardner, instructor and sales trainer at the Joe Verde Group. He's going to talk to us about the importance of setting goals and following through with your plan. We'll be right back.
Well, if you're not already subscribed to CBT News, now is the perfect time to do it. For over a decade, CBT has brought you exclusive and in-depth interviews with dealer principals, OEM executives, industry analysts, and top-level sales and management trainers. Join the thousands of automotive professionals that rely on CBT News for the insights that drive profits and maximize the bottom line. Subscribe today.
Sean, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. This is a great topic, especially for this time of year, as everyone is taking a look back at 2023 to see how they performed and how they can do better for 2024. But as you and I have spoken about before, a goal that isn't written down and committed is just really a wish, right?
Yes, sir. That's for sure true. And I mean, what a great time to talk about setting goals going into the new year, right? Yep. Let's start off and talk about, keeping those big dreams alive going into 2024. Jim, you, me, we all have our big dreams. We all have that reason why we do what we do. Every single month, everybody starts out at zero. We do the best we can that month. And then in the beginning of the month, we start out at zero again, right?
Yep.
But there's got to be more to it than that. There's got to be something that gives you that burning desire. I mean, it could be you just want to be a great provider for your family. It could be, you want to buy your first house. It could be you want a bigger house. It could be, Jim, getting your house paid off. It could be,
that's right.
It could be you want to be top salesperson next year in your dealership. It could be, you want to make 150 grand this year, but there's gotta be a reason why you're doing what you're doing. We work sometimes 12 hours a day, 6-7 days a week. I mean, we put in the hours.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? What's your why? What are your big dreams? The big thing is in 2024, whatever your dreams may be, okay? It can't just be I just want to make money, sell cars. Okay, that's awesome, all right? But what are your big dreams and why are you doing what you're doing? And I guarantee you that's going to fuel your success in 2024.
Bridget and I sit down this time every year and map out the things that we want to get done in the year coming up. Of course, move those things that we didn't get done in the last year and move it over to the list so that we can focus on that first and foremost. But now is the time for reflection and also to forecast what you're looking to get done.
Yep.
So important.
Yep. Well, you know what? You just shifted us into the next subject. So you got to carry those big dreams, but then you have to have, like you just mentioned, you have to have the goals to back that up.
Yep.
So you can guarantee yourself a successful year this year. I mean, you may not hit all your big dreams right now, but having those big dreams is what can motivate you to set those goals so you can be successful in 2024.
That's
hey,
right.
Jim, Joe talks about goal setting all the time. He says stuff like, you want to work long and hard this year and see what happens? Or do you want to guarantee yourself a successful year? I mean, that's what goal setting does.
That's right.
If you're watching this, maybe even write this down. 94% of all realistic and achievable goals that are reviewed daily are achieved.
That's something.
Yeah. So don't you want to give yourself a 94% chance of success this year?
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up our show for today, but we do invite you right back here tomorrow morning on CBTnews.com. And remember, you can stay up to date with the most recent news and trends influencing the retail automotive industry by following us on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm Shyann Malone. Thanks so much for watching. You have a good one.
CBT News, your #1 resource for auto industry news and content.